Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on September the 14th. Worship me by living close to me. This was my original design for man, into whom I breathed my very breath of life. This is my desire for you, that you stay near me as you walk along your life path. Each day is an important part of that journey. Although you may feel as if you are going nowhere in this world, your spiritual journey is another matter altogether, taking you along steep, treacherous paths of adventure. That is why walking in the light of my presence is essential to keep you from stumbling. By staying close to me, you present yourself as a living sacrifice. Even the most routine part of your day can be a spiritual act of worship, holy and pleasing to me. My quick takeaway on this is, boy, when we are along these steep and treacherous parts of our journey, on these narrow paths, narrow and rocky paths, or when we are in that pit of despair, it certainly does not feel like a space where we really can be thankful for the presence of our Heavenly Father. And when it feels like we're going nowhere, we're just spinning our wheels and, whatever it is that you're going through, and you don't feel that you're making what I'll call progress based upon what the culture determines as those standards of progress. But when we take a look at it from our Heavenly Father's perspective, that each day is a critical part of our spiritual journey. And when we take that time to connect, to allow Him to fan the flame that is already within us, then we can carry that light out into the world. So worship me by living close to me. And this worship is this holy and pleasing, not only to Him. He talks about how when we spend time with Him, even like the choirs of angels, heaven rejoices when we allow ourselves to feel that powerful presence, and that is calming our mind. It's not always about calming our body, because we can reconnect powerfully through our breath. And then this other thing I wanted to say is, because I think it's really important, breathing, and actually physiologically what it does to us when we take a deep breath, and how it takes us out of this little right brain fight or flight and allows us to be able to be a little bit more left brain rest and digest, and what happens on the inhale and what happens on the exhale. But when we become very intentional about connecting with our breath, when we talk about becoming very, very intentional about connecting with our creator and source. And so I like some of these apps that we can have on our phone, and the Calm app is one that comes to mind right now. But there are things that just take a moment just to kind of spin, or watching waterfall, or doing something like that. But taking that as an opportunity to kind of disconnect a little bit from whatever it is in the chaos and circumstances, and to reconnect and realign with our Heavenly Father. And y'all, we can do these things. If you don't feel like it feels awkward to you to kind of be still and take some deep breaths, I will tell you that there are other things that we do in our day-to-day in the mundane. And I'll just say, like, as a mom who's in the kitchen a lot and preparing meals and doing dishes, we could say, like, every time we go to turn the water faucet on is an opportunity to be thankful for our Heavenly Father, and the grace and the mercies and the peace, and just whatever the litany of thanksgiving. True gratitude. I'm not talking about a checklist from up here. I'm talking about a level of gratitude that comes a little bit deeper. But our hands touch water so many times in the course of a day, whether it's doing laundry, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, outside with the plants, water. If you just think about water also as an opportunity to give life, to take that mundane and just create a moment of a little bit of a switch in a gear, an opportunity to kind of say a prayer of thanksgiving as we go to turn on the faucet. Whatever it is for you, taking the mundane and allowing Him to infiltrate that area of our life. So y'all have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine. Acknowledge that it is through our breath that He breathed life into Adam, and we still have an opportunity to allow that to restore us. Y'all have a super blessed day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.